Okay, so I guess we are on. Hi everyone, welcome to Next Frame, our new set of events. And don't worry, I'm here to talk all about it today with you. But first of all, let me say hello to all of you watching this on YouTube. This is a set of events that High Interactive have prepared for all of you that are design system enthusiasts. And this is the first part of 3 events that we have planned for you in the coming months. And today, we have a webinar prepared for you. And we have 3 really special guests here with us. We have Fátima Ferreira from Sonai with us. We have David Marques, our, our, like, I would say, old high interactive YouTube content master. And we have Adam Ugendam from Vopak here with us also today to talk about design systems. So, first of all, and before, and I'm sure that Fatima, David, and Adam are all buzzing to start this presentation, let me just ask all of you, as I do always on other type of events that we do here on YouTube. So drop us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have plenty of more content like this prepared for you and coming up, and we don't want you to miss a bit of it. So please do so. And if you have any type of question that may occur you during one of our speakers' presentations, if you have any type of question, please drop it on the live chat. We will answer all of your questions at the end of this show. And yeah, with that said, let's talk about design systems. Hi, Fatima. Hi, David. Hi, Adam. How are all of you doing? How are all of you? What are your expectations on this this talk today? And let's do it. Let's start this presentation today. Yeah. So first of all, I think we are going to start with Fatima. She has a presentation prepared for you, and I will start sharing it. So, hi, Fatima. How are you? Are you ready to kick this presentation on?
Yeah, I expecting another therapy session with all of you. You are
Let's.
hearing me, and if the slides are going through, yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Okay. So before I dive in, I just want to thank you to the organizer, especially to you, João, especially to Andre Amaral. I don't know if he's seeing it, and all the other amazing speakers that are with me here that kindly adjust their agendas so I could be here today. I really appreciate it, and I'm really thrilled to be part of this conversation. Going to who is Fatima? So I'm Fatima Ferreira, but you call me just Fatima. I'm a people person by heart, deeply passionate about everything I do. And when I'm not passionate about the things I'm doing at the moment, I'm not with all my energy and all the full potential. I'm also a proud mom of 2 amazing kids who teach me daily about resiliency, curiosity, and negotiating bad time like true pros. Professionally, I drive in complex and sometimes chaotic environments. That's actually where I feel most at home. I bring a mindset that combines clarity, empathy, and transformation, helping teams navigating uncertainty and turn it into structured and purposeful action. You can link with me in a LinkedIn. There is a QR code. But talking about design system and the design system as a strategic investment, what you asked me to talk was design system as a strategic asset, not just a toolkit. So I'm here not to show you a design system or to show you the components, but to talk about the strategy that we did during our journey, and how the design system could be more than a toolkit. and could be like a mindset and could be like a culture that really impacts the organization and really brings value for the product delivery across the entire organization. So when I started leading this team in 2021, the designers were brought later on in the process. Everyone worked in their own way, different process, different tools, and naming conventions. The result: inconsistency, inefficiency, and time to time frustration. Not only for us designers, but also for the stakeholders that were working with us, and special and more important for the end users. Another thing that I first identified was the tools. Once I start with a team, I start to see some benchmarks, and I understand that working with Sketch and InVision and Adobe, it wasn't the future. So we need to do the retooling also to start to think about the next steps and the next vision. And that starts to came like an ambition. So I had the challenge from the top from the top of the organization to have a design system, but quickly I understand that I couldn't bring and deliver a design system without having this all context of all my team, the process, the way that we were working, the tools, everything. So what we need was purpose, direction, and more shared guidelines. More than a library, we need the foundations. So we reframe our role from UI execution to a product design strategy, I could say. We didn't just build a design system, and we call it Mantra, and I will explain later why Mantra. And with it, a new design operating model as well. So we need, that was one of the first things that I understood at the time that we really needed, was a design operating model special for us, because we were not working only with customer facing solutions but also with employee experience solutions. And we have some developers in-house, we have some external developers, we were working with some product teams, with some project teams, time to time with waterfall projects. So it was a mess without structure. And having a design operating model was something that really helped at the time. And these five sticks, post-its was the ambition that was set in 2021. And this was the draw for the define, create, a delivery, and delivery a design system. So we want to scale with a purpose, not just speed. And we had at the time, and still have our goals for our design system: consistency to bring currency across experience, efficiency to avoid duplication and reinventing the wheel, and above all, collaboration, because no design system survive in silos. And I can assure you, in 2025, that design system could bring a lot of bridges between developers and designers. Could be a really communication bridge. And the way that we have this is Mantra lives, our design system lives in Figma. It's like our heart, where our teams build, evolve, collaborate, and work together. Build, its power also comes from how it's shared. So we use Zero Height as a shop window. It's our public face to share everything with all the organization and to show the value that the design system could have. And before, inconsistency was everywhere. The business didn't like it, users didn't understand it, and it increased cognitive load for all our end users. And in the beginning, we start to have as a goal only a design system for customer solutions, but in 6-8 months, we decided to go to a design system that also has the corporate experience as well, because we know that the purpose of customer experience and employee experience are completely different, but mainly the difference between these two experiences are in components. So you can have these both realities in the same design system normally. So before we had a design system, our process was a bit like sewing a patchwork quilt. Each designer was stitching with their own way, fabric, thread, and logic, jumping into projects at different stage, often without shared vision or the final result. And the outcome, products looked and behaved differently, experience weren't consistent at all, and the lack of harmony slow us down. And that's why we call it mantra, but let's see it. So we could how could we resolve it? We really need help, and that was mantra. And we choose the name mantra because we wanted something that unifies us, something repeatable, intentional, and grounding, a guideline principle we could all align to. Like a mantra, it brings us focus, it keeps us anchored. Even when the context shifts, mantra help us. And it reminds us that consistency isn't boring. It's what sets us free to innovate and create with purpose. And actually, mantra, and I think to you, João, I already explained this concept, works better in Portuguese than in English, because what we used to say was we had in the past a mantra de retalhos. And retalhos is a word that also worked for retail, my sector, or where I'm working on it. So what we decided to have was a mantra, but also a mantra de retalhos. I know that doesn't work in English. Sorry for the ones that doesn't understand Portuguese. So has a journey and has as every strategy that could be set in the beginning, we need to go through the path and go test and learn, and understanding that sometimes the plan that we define doesn't work as we define in the beginning. So one of the things that I could share with you was we started to have all our design system in a giant file, and we understood that we need to go to a scalable system. We start to have a lot of problems, overloaded Figma file, slow, hard to publish, difficult to manage updates, all in one was a chaos. So we went to a modular Figma libraries, and we set us as assets type. And when we have a project, we go and bring all these assets to be there. And it's faster, easier to update and maintain, clear ownership, and scalable and structured. If I'm speaking too fast, please let me know. Because happens time to time. When we started talking about creating and implementing the design system, the reactions weren't all enthusiastic, as you can imagine. In fact, there were a lot of fears, a lot of misconceptions, and that's completely normal, right? Humans doesn't like change. Things like this will limit our creativity, we'll stop being unique, we won't be able to make decisions anymore. Oh God, the word systems made people feel like we were enforcing rules instead of enabling creativity. But but here's the truth: consistency doesn't kill creativity. It frees up to focus on what really matters. And efficiency doesn't mean constraint. It means less weight and more time to innovate. And collaboration only works when we share the same language and foundations. And I think the design system is this: its foundation, its language, is the same vision, the same purpose. So these weren't just myths. They were just fears. They were myths that we start to crash, and we start to show them, and our job was to show, and through action and value, that mantra wasn't at all about control, but about empowerment. And a curiosity: we have this decision to have a design system in December of 2021, and we have the first delivery in 2022, in May of 2022. And here another reference that maybe will only ring a bell for the Portuguese. Sorry, Adam. the 1 year after we have the first delivery, we were trying to understand in which way we do the launch of the design system, and we find out that was in 3rd of May of 2022. And my name is Fatima, and Fatima here in Portugal are the saints for the miracles. As I was to, as I used to say, there wasn't me doing this miracle, but my team, known as pastorinhos. I already called them unicorns during a call with usual, but they now are called also as pastorinhos. Just a Portuguese reference, Adam. Sorry, I could send you the Wikipedia with this after the webinar. And just some examples during this journey, the things that we start to have. So we start in the beginning. The inconsistency was really strong, but we start to have the more consistency during the journey. And how is our structure at the time? We have mostly foundations, components, patterns, templates, and documentation. And what was the journey that we start to feel? The same person from the dev team that said in the beginning of this process, but now it looks like we'll be working with a ruler and a set square. It's the same that is now asking to bring the guidelines from Rantra to the room. And another one from the project and product managers. Are all our apps going to be the same? I don't agree with that at all. And now we have the same person saying, I'm glad that the design system didn't make all the apps identical. It made them consistently excellent, each with its own voice. And that's the thing, right? Having the product voice always present. But we have a complexity reality. The ones that already work with Sonai know that we have a complexity reality. We have a lot of different interface. We work with mobile, we work with web, we work with product interface, and also with store interface. Yes, Adam, we have a kind of Yummy. It's a food processor machine, and we design Yummy is our brand in Germany called Bimbi. That we design all the experience. So we go through web, through apps, to store interface, to product interface. It's really a mess in terms of complexity. And on top of complexity in terms of interface, we have a lot of brands. You can imagine it's a lot of brands, and we have the duality in terms of purpose and in terms of experience, that is employee experience and customer facing experience as well. So what will be the accelerator for the future to this? Okay, the accelerator are the tokens, right? So we are really working on it, and they are the one of the best things that happens in the in the last months for the team, because they really make it. They really make all the process of managing and maintain a design system easier, optimize large scale projects and the need of any type of update, and improve collaborations between teams of development and design. And here, a curiosity, with this new Figma update, the token name is the same for the designer and the developer, which improves even better the communication between these two teams. So this is the future, and sometimes we still heard things like, especially for our marketing teams, each brand should have its own design system to protect its own voice, personality, and tone. And normally what we said is, okay, back in 2023, in 13, when atomic design first came around, we had this awesome concept of building UI systems with atoms, molecules, organisms, templates, and page. But one thing was missing: the tokens, and we didn't have that extra spicy or more granular piece that could give us a real power. And that is the thing. Without tokens, we were basically building components without a solid foundation for scaling across multiple brands, products, and interface. But tokens are the game changers for the future. They let us define colors, fonts, spacing, and more at fundamental level, so everything stays consistent, but more and more important, flexible. And thanks to tokens, we have the true, as Brad Frost said in the conference that I attend in May, multi all the things ecosystem, multi-brand, multi-product, multi-interface design and developer ecosystem, and ecosystems that adapt and grow without losing currency. Tokens are the backbone. I used to say the backbone that finally makes atomic design truly powerful and scalable. I don't know if it makes sense, but if you have anything to say, let me know. Here is just a video. I don't know if I have time. João, let me know.
Yeah, yeah, you have all the time that you need.
Okay, this is only a video about. This video has like one or 2 months, but is the way that we structure already our tokens, and we have more now for sure, because each brand that we need, we are setting up here and doing everything since the foundation level, that is the token, and that's the future. But the future is tokens, but as I said in the beginnings, tokens and the design system doesn't work per se. They need to be sold, they need to be shared, they need to be like a mindset, first of all for the designers, then for the developers, and then go through all the organizations. And now I would like to share with you some lessons learned. This is not a run, but a marathon. Resilience and show them the value is the key to gain or to have a victory in terms of design system implementation. If the path is easier, I can tell you, it's not. You will have some people saying this will not work, but I can assure you it will work. You just need to go through some proof of concepts and show them the value. I think that is the really power thing that you can do. Another thing that we did since the beginning and really do the difference was face your design system as a product that feed or retrofit the other products and give some comfort and the guidance and the shared language for the design team, with a backlog and space for continuous improvement. We used to say that our design system, it's like a child. In the beginning was a baby, and now it's like adolescent, teenager. But that's it. It's always like a person that is evolving, is growing, and there is always space to improvements and to do better. More things. It's not impossible. Test, learn, and sell. Test, learn, and sell. And here, what I can say that was really game changer for us was not only show them the value, but have some roles experience the design system with us. How we did that. So we did some trainings, and we continued to give with a less frequency about the design systems, how it works, what it is, how can it influence our ecosystem. And in the end, what we do is we have these little pieces, that is the components printed and with a plastic, and we have people thinking about the product ideation in the beginning without the pieces, just a blank page, and in the second phase with the pieces, and understanding how easier it is to have like this Lego box, as I used to say, or Lego pieces, as we have in our backgrounds, to do everything with this consistency, as I was saying in the beginning. Next steps: continue to work in accessibility by design, create this mindset and the tools in the company to ensure the accessibility. Keep converging all our digital assets into Mantra, because we have a huge legacy, and we had a bigger one in the beginning. And the strategy, sorry, the strategy at the time was, are you listening to me? Because my
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, yeah. We are.
Okay. The strategy at the time was all the new projects will follow the mantra, and the ones that were already in place will be doing this switch more in a phase way. So we'll still go. We are still going through this converging. Anytime that we have a stack update, a technology update, that is mantra already working and going through the process. And design tokens ensure that all our tech stacks are using our tokens once we're doing all future outputs support so, making sure that all the future outputs will be supporting on it. And that's it. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have any question.
Yeah, great presentation, Fatima. That's what I have to say. I think that the ones that really got how to manage and maximize a design system's potential. And yeah, let me just say to the ones at home, if you have any type of questions, please drop them on the live chat of this live stream. We will answer them all at the end of this event. So thanks, Fatima, for your presentation.
Wow.
It was really, really great. And now it's time for David, our, as I would like to say, our high interactive old fox. And, and he's here today to talk a bit about scaling design systems with AI. So, David, the stage is yours. And yeah,
Okay.
if you have any type of question you would like to ask David, please do it at the end. At the end at the end, we will answer all of your questions. And yeah, David, how are you? Are you ready to kick this on?
Hi, João. I'm well. Thank you. Let's do it. I will try to be faster than ever. I will try to do it in the faster time. So, first of all, who am I? I'm David Marques. I'm a head of development at Interactive and also a Interactive founder some years ago. I'm also a full stack developer, so I'm a manager, but I like to put my hands in the code. I'm trying when I have time. I'm a blockchain enthusiastic, and also I'm a mountain running lover, ultramarathon. So it's not only about work. What is a design system? I will do some small introduction, only to have the concepts. Only have to have idea. I think Fatima had already shared, but I will introduce. Design system is, in my perspective, but presuming a centralized documentation to ensure consistency and also promote a well user experience across digital products. So the idea is to have a unique repository that can help all stakeholders, designers, developers, to implement a well experience and also following the branding guidelines. What a design system can have? Something like branding guidelines, logos, tone of voice, typography, colors. So sometimes the foundation can have the user interface guidelines, so improve the user experience like colors, iconography, spacing, typography, UX recommendations, etc. So a lot of things. It depends the size of the team, the size of the products. If you have a software as a service, if you have like Fatima, a multiple products to manage based on the same system, based on same design system. And also, obviously, design system can have available live code, live components, themes, screen templates, icons, snippets of code for multiple technologies. So to accelerate the development, where developers and designers can get assets to don't start from the scratch. What is AI? So I'm not an expert in terms of AI, but I will try to introduce. for the who never listen about it. So artificial intelligence, resuming it's something that machines or software can do like humans. So performance tasks as us as a human. Okay, this is the concept of the AI. Sometimes we have some tools or features that saying it's AI, and it's difficult to define really what is AI. But think about it's something that I can do it, so AI can do it. What can AI do for us? Only resume. As I said, I'm not an expert, but those small concepts, learning from data. Probably you have already heard about machine learning, problem solving. So take some decisions, understand better than us the problem, understand language. And when I talk language, it's about natural language. So as a speaking language, recognize patterns, image, and patterns in the speech, and also making decisions and recommendations. That's what we want from the AI. Common tools. I think everyone here, and I hope everyone in the world already have experience with some AI tools. Today, I think new mobile phones already have tools as the Office, Windows, iOS already have tools to improve our tasks with AI, as generate text and voice, as generate image and video, code generator. For me, it's very helpful, and for my team, data analysis, automation, etc. So we have a lot, and probably 90% of the startups today are based on AI. Integrate design system with AI. So this is the subject. I will share something that we are doing. I'll not share everything, obviously, but I will share the how we bring AI to our process. As you know, we are focused on design systems, so it's 90% of our work. It's implement design systems from 14 years ago, around it. And what we are doing is try to reduce the effort to develop and maintain the design system. So how can AI help us with the design system? So we can take advantage of multiple AI tools to ensure the right usage of design systems, but I will talk about learning and recommendations. So bring some knowledge to the AI and let him take some decisions. First of all, we will teach the AI. So when we implement a project, we'll teach the AI agent based on specific process and high quality design systems, because if we'll teach the AI with some mistakes, the mistakes are the truth, okay? The AI will think that this is right. We transfer all design system knowledge to the AI agents and ensure it can be a trusted source for rules and guidelines knowledge. This means that we'll train AI agents with our guidelines, with our rules, with our knowledge that we have in the design systems, and use AI agent in the future. We create a virtual agent. A virtual agent will be the layer between AI agent and the user, between me and the AI agent. It's like imagine the ChatGPT prompt. So we develop a virtual agent to serve as an interface with the AI agents, okay? And allowing developers, I'm talking about developers because the use case that I will show, it's for developers, but it's not only for developers, benefit from the AI agent knowledge. So we'll allow to communicate with something that have and know everything about our design systems. The main focus today that I will share, it's about front-end code. So we'll create a tool for our clients that generates automatically front-end code. When I'm talking about front-end, I'm talking about CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. The main feature is generate front-end code following 100% design system components and guidelines. Ensure the main goal of having a design system, speed and consistency. This is one of the pains when we create and deliver a design system. It's to ensure that everyone follows the design system, not the designer, not developer, everyone. So when we'll design a new screen, we'll design the screen based on our design systems. When we develop a new app, we'll develop based on our design systems, using components, using code conventions, etc. So first of all, how we can do it? Based on a prompt, like a ChatGPT. So the user, in this case the developer, can simply describe the screen or the functionality to the AI agent, and the AI agent will return the screen in live code, 100% based on design systems. Imagine based on tokens, as Fatima Ferreira shared before, based on specific library components. Everyone have their own library or multiple libraries. As Fatima shared, I saw that they use different technologies. So we can deliver, or we can have a return from the AI agents based on those libraries. If the library have 3 type of buttons, if the library have 3 types of dropdowns, the AI agent will only return code and components that exist in the design system. This is one of the main pains for us when we deliver a design systems. It ensures that the teams following the right components and don't create new components that you call it custom components, or don't do something different that's based on the spacings, based on colors, based on tokens. So this way we can have, I don't say junior developers, but the experience is reduce the expertise, developing screens, accelerate the development phase, but ensure that they are following the 100% of design systems, because the AI agent doesn't return anything that is not shared in the design system. And also another way to use it can be design a prototype in Figma. In this case, our system is prepared for Figma. Upload the file to the AI agent, and the AI agent develop the live code, the live HTML, based on Figma, following the design systems. These have some need to be followed by some rules. So when we design the screen or the component or the flow, need to use only components, only tokens, only assets from our design systems. The AI agent will recognize in the Figma and return the exact HTML or exact code to upload to our platform, to our projects. Okay. And resuming, what we are doing is try to not for now accelerate the design system process, because we are not I'm not ready for this, but we are trying to accelerate the development phase and also accelerate the prototype phase after the design system, and ensure that everyone that have this type of projects can follow or can reduce the mistakes, because one of our main goals is ensure that when we deliver a design system for our clients, that they can follow alone. And our experience is, if we deliver design systems and we don't follow, we don't try to educate the teams, try to ensure that everyone it's using, the investments cannot be the well investments. So we need to have people from our side that promote the design systems, that promote the consistency, and this type of technology with AI help the teams promote the design systems, promote it. We can accelerate, but also we can follow the rules. And only to finish, open another door. follow the question. If our AI agent has a full knowledge, as I say, as I share, of our design systems and of our environments, can the AI agent validate if our interface are following the design system? So now, imagine that we have our AI agent that we can build some applications, but we can ask the design to the AI agent to, hey, let me check for me, if the applications are well implemented, and let me know if not. We are working on it. It's not ready for now, but we believe, as we saw many examples in the image, that we can do it for objects. Imagine that we can do it for interfaces. And we'll talk about it in another opportunity. And that's it, João. I think I followed the time, I hope.
Yeah, you are on time. You are on time. So, congratulations for that, David, and for your brilliant presentation. Yeah, I think that to sum up, it's like the future is here, right, David? The future is here, and
We have a lot of things to share, but it's in your house for now.
yeah. So, yeah, if for the ones at home, if you have any type of questions, like with Fatima, please drop your questions on the chat box, and we will answer them at the end. So, thanks, David. Thanks, the one at home who watched this, and I think it's time for Adam. So, hi, Adam. How are you? Are you
Hey,
ready
ciao.
to bring this presentation to our viewers today? So,
All right. Okay. Everyone can see my screen?
uh, I'm
Almost.
I'm sharing it right now. I think
Awesome.
that now everyone can see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Now, I will give a short introduction. I'm Adam Hogendam. I think it's difficult to pronounce for the Portuguese people my last name, but you can try if you want. Yeah, I'm Adam. I work at Vopak. I'm responsible together with my team for the UX within Vopak. And by nature, I'm very clumsy, which is a good handicap to detect bad UX. So I think that's a very useful skill in my case. And yeah, I want to talk today about design system adoption. So yeah, it's a little bit different from what Fatima was telling, how to start up the whole process of getting into a design system. I want to talk more about if it's there, yeah, how do you want to make sure it's getting adopted, and also the challenges that you will run into. So let me go to the next slide. So yeah, I will talk a little bit about what Vopak does. It's not the most sexy company I can imagine, but we are very important. It's the oldest company of the Netherlands. We are founded in 1616. And we are the world's largest independent tank terminal. We have 77 terminals in 23 countries. And yeah, to think about what we actually store in those tanks can be anything. It can be chemicals, but it can also be base products of, for example, oils that they use in the food industry, those kind of things. My team is part of the global IT department. We have around 280 people working within global IT. And yeah, the UX team is a shared service team, which you can see as the development teams are actually the customers or the users of the UX team, so to say. It's also good to mention that although we are very old, we are a quite innovative company. Because imagine that the tanks needs to be inspected, and in the past, actual people needed to go to a manhole to go into the tank and to inspect it, which was very dangerous. Nowadays, we do this in case of dangerous liquids in the tank. We do this making use of drones, so that's pretty cool. We don't have to send people inside anymore, and also to measure how much product is still in the tank. Before, people needed to climb up the tank and use like a measurement tool to measure it, and now we have sensors on the tank. We have a direct connection with our systems. About the systems, we have 40 plus applications to support those processes in the terminal. What kind of applications? You can think about applications to enter orders into the system, but also to manage the stock in the tanks. But for example, we also have operators working on the terminal making use of a tablet. So we also developed Android tablet applications so they can directly see their work instructions on the tablet. We are with a lot of people within global IT, but the UX team is quite small. We have a couple of developers, we have a couple of UX designers. But mainly the biggest task for us is to build the components. So the Lego bricks Fatima was talking about. I will get into that a little later. It's a little bit a different situation to talk about the design system within Vopak, because when I joined Vopak 4 years ago, it was already there. But I can imagine someone had this discussion. How are you going to tell a 400-year-old company that they need a design system? I mean, what's the urgency for them to actually waste effort and money for that? The answer is quite simple. They already figured it out themselves, which is of course helpful, I would say. But how they figured that out was because they saw that the number of applications was actually rising. Like I said, we have more than 40 digital products. And also they felt the pain of going back and forth between the different teams. Imagine product teams which had a pretty big say in how things should look like, and also you have one product manager per application. So each product manager had his own ideas. So you need to have some rules there, and also guidelines. That's also something very important for us as Vopak. We have a lot of developers, and they all make their own decisions, but there need to be some guidelines they can refer to. I think that's regarding the history. But now, if we go forward, I want to show a little bit what you can find in our design system. The name of our design system is Highlight. The design system is once built by or provided by High Interactive, so that's also cool to know. And what you can find there is our components. So the Lego bricks Fatima was referring to, the components, but also our teams. So we have different teams. For example, we have a team for the applications, but we also have a team for our self-arrival kiosk. That's a big touchscreen you can find on the terminals, but also a team for the tablet application. And you can all find those back in the design system. And on top of that, we also have the screen examples, because it's nice to see like one of those atoms, like a button, but how does that behave as a whole within a form or within a page or within a whole application? So sometimes that's also difficult to understand for developers, but also other people that work with the design system. So that's why we also created screen examples. Another interesting thing is that we work with OutSystems. That's a low-code platform, as I think a lot of people might know, a Portuguese platform. And OutSystems provides their own component library, so to say. So they have their own components which you can style with CSS, and that's all fine. But within Vopak, we have very specific use cases where we also had the need of custom components. So imagine we have a vessel navigator where a planner can actually plan which vessels will come into what jetty and which jetty they need to occupy. That's a very specific component which could not be covered with the default OutSystems component. So we also started to develop custom components, which is very interesting. And also in our design system, as you can see in the screen dump, every time you can choose, or you can see all frameworks, but you can also choose between the OutSystems UI and the actual the Vopak custom UI. So that's also, a very good thing which we did. Of course, we still had some challenges. Um, within OutSystems, one of the biggest challenges is that the technology is going very fast. So the versions of OutSystems are going, quite fast. We still have like pages which are traditional OutSystems code, but now we also have reactive, and upcoming we have ODC. This is a little bit a pain for us as a team, because we need to do a double bookkeeping, and now with ODC even three double, because it's not backwards compatible. So each component that we build, we need to make sure it's available in traditional, it's available in reactive, and now also we need to make it available in ODC. So that's a little bit the downside, at least, of using OutSystems. They try to provide for that in the form of a migration tool, but that's also quite new, which works a little bit poorly if you want to use that for UI patterns. So that's the first challenge that keeps us quite busy. Another challenge is with the development teams, that we have components that need to be upgraded, and also teams, but mostly components. And how are we going to make sure that the teams are actually updating their version? You need to know that we have a lot of projects which are like inactive, but they still use one of the components from the design system. This is a very interesting thing to nudge them friendly, but still pushing them a little bit to update. So the way we do that is by sending reminders in the release notes. That helps quite well. So when we do a release note every Monday evening, or when we do a release, we send out release notes, and in the release notes we also mention if there are newer versions. Also, we are looking for help from the product teams. Of course, for them it's very important that they use like a version which is the latest. We also explain the importance to them, and also we explain them that if they don't upgrade, they also miss out on new functionality. So we explain the importance of updating it, and also that they keep space or some time left in the sprints to sometimes update a component. Sometimes we even have situations that components are not outdated but deprecated, and that's a whole other story. Then you need to make sure that they also update it to a newer version at least, because otherwise it will just stop working after a while. So that's also a big challenge for us. The last big challenge is to understand who is the audience of your design system, because of course it's nice to launch a design system, but do you know who is using the design system? So we researched that a little bit, and we found out that the developers are not like the biggest group of people that check our design system, but it's actually more the product related people. So we have business process analysts, we have subject matter experts, and other people from the product community that are actually checking things like how does a component look like, how does it work, the guidelines, placements, those kind of things, spacings. And the developers, they just stay in their own safe OutSystems Studio environment. So that was also a very interesting insight to see that that the developers, they check it for guidelines mainly, but they are not the biggest user group of our design system. So it's good to ask yourself the question like, who are our current users? Tied into that, of course, if you know like what is the target group, who are our users, what should they be able to find there? Now, like I already mentioned, it's good to show some guidelines there, but also the screen examples are very helpful here, because again, a button is just like a static thing in the design system, but if you see it on a working example, then it's very helpful. And also the do's and don'ts are very helpful to communicate here. And I think those are the the biggest challenges, and a little bit, yeah, a segue into what David also mentioned. We are also investigating how AI can help us. We have a Gemini, the Pro version of Gemini running within Vopak, and very interesting. Last day, I wanted to try a little bit, and we have a project which is quite complex. We have a vessel navigator, again, where the planners can plan their vessels on the right jetty. And I wanted to know, like, okay, what can Gemini mean for us in a way of taking over the part of the wireframing or the prototyping? So I wrote a very simple prompt into Gemini, which was create a wireframe for a software tool that can plan multiple vessels onto multiple jetties. And this is what the AI came up with. Yeah, I was quite impressed. Also, it's not even a wireframe anymore, but it's also almost a hi-fi prototype. And if I show you what we made actually 1.5 years before, you can see how smart the AI is actually doing this, because if you check the end result that we designed 1.5 years ago, it's pretty close to what the AI is coming up with now. And even you see on the right side that we have unplanned vessels, which are also in our sketch, only it's on the right hand side, and it's now collapsed. But if you extend it, it will also look a little bit the same as the unplanned vessels in this case. And also the AI understand, like, okay, if you have like a jetty schedule, then you probably sometimes also have maintenance on the jetties, and that it also interpreted here with the scheduled maintenance, so that the jetty is not available for a certain period. So yeah, as you can see, it's very interesting to see what AI can help us with in the future. And this is also one of my projects within Vopak, to see how AI can take over a part of our work. I'm not that afraid that we will all lose our job, but I think our jobs will look different in the future. I think our jobs will be more about validating than about doing the actual work. But yeah, I have very high hopes of AI, and I hope more people see it more as an opportunity than as a threat. And I think that's the end of the presentation already. Yeah, I kept it short this time.
Okay, so thanks, Adam, for your great presentation. We really appreciated it, and I think that the ones at home really got the best about design system adoption. And yeah, with this presentation concluded by Adam, it's time for the Q&A. For the ones watching at home, if you have any type of question, please, it's the time to ask them. We have David, Fatima, and Adam ready to answer all of your questions. And right now, I will start with the first one. I have a question here, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name here. It's by Jun Moon Chan. And I think this question is for David. And he says this. So, what if we are just a small company and not established yet, and don't have any design system or theme set it up yet, but we do know what is our primary colors, etc. So we can feed this into the AI Gen 2 or not. And he talks about his company. He said that yes, my company is quite established, and have actually have a guidebook on what colors to use for containers, websites, and so on. Just that we started using our systems quite recently, so we still need just trying to establish this, and at least trying to follow the theme when we are developing apps, while at the same time we are just trying to set at least some common theme library or something. So what is your take on this, David?
Okay, let me share something first. For OutSystems or for specific technologies, it's So the technology need to allow us to generate code. OutSystems is not open for now. We know how to do it, but depends of permission. So it's not something that we can do it without following the rules. So for OutSystems, it will be difficult to use this type of approach because OutSystems is not open source. So you cannot access the real code, in this case, React code and .NET code. I don't know if you can do it for OutSystems. I don't have a way for now. I have a way, but it's only the server .NET. It's not the right way, okay? But what I can say, the first part, as everyone knows, design systems is not a big monster, okay? Everyone wants to create everything, a big design systems, and after 1 year, 2 years, will die because the designer that promote the design systems is not in the company anymore because they want to do something specific different and don't follow the rules and not following more the design system. So design system is something that can be small in the beginning, will increase based on the needs. So if you have the brand guideline, you start from here. If you have the main colors defined and the font family for interface, you can start from here. You only find the way. I don't need to explain now because we have a multiple way, but it's very simple to share the content with your AI, your user agents, your AI agents. It's very simple. Can be a document, can be a specific database, can be a PDF. So you don't need to know a lot of how to teach AI agents. It's very simple. You Google it. In this case, you go to GPT and ask. It's very simple to teach AI agents. Okay. Obviously, you can have your own AI agent. You can subscribe ChatGPT, a Gemini, a Copilot. Okay. You can subscribe this type of service, or you can your own AI environment also. You teach him with the basis, the information that you have for now, and it's not something that you set up and use it. You need to increase, you need to adjust, like a design system. You will increase your design system, you add more rules, you add more details in the future, and also teaching the AI agents. So it's very easy this part. But talking about design systems, I don't find the right way to generate screens, to generate modules. Okay, I don't have a way for now. Okay, but OutSystems already have some AI features, so you can use it and try to teach him the design system, but it's not the common path.
Okay. I think this covers Yun Munshan's question. If not, please let us know on the chat. We are going to be here for like 5 minutes or so. So if you have any more questions, please drop it. And yeah, with that question answered, I have another question here to ask all the panel present. So. Uh, can you identify the biggest benefit that you tend to see with design system adoption? What is the biggest benefit that usually you take from adopting a design system?
Can I go first?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I think it's efficiency. So I do more with less, and that is really something that I can measure because in the beginning we were more in the draw and designing the mock-ups and the wireframes, and now with the same team we are present since the ideation until the development tests, prototyping, doing usability tests, working on accessibility, working with AI. Also, AI is an accelerator as well because it helps us a lot. And one of the things that we implemented last year was have in our org with the rest of the designers our a reference of the AI, like an intern person that is there to help us with small things but also big things. It was a small thing that I did with the team, just to remind them that they need to start to use it, because it will help since copies until treat data for personas until research with mockups. So there is a lot of ways to use AI in design. Having some tests guiding by some agents. So there is a lot of things to do it.
Okay, sure. I don't know if someone else wants to add up to this. I don't
I
know.
can add something. That's
Yeah.
probably this is the question that everyone's asked, but I will share something that's probably it's not common to think about when you define a budget for the project. We need to cut. We don't have time to do the research. We don't have time to test the users. We don't have time to prototype. So we'll cut. The design systems give us time to do this type of tasks, activity that typically are cut because we need to decide between well style guides and well interface from user testing. So design systems give us time to do activities that are common to be difficult to discuss in the budget phase. This is one of the benefits. We have a lot, but this benefit is common to be forgotten. Time to do what we need to do. And obviously we need to have time to implement a well experience, but we not start from the scratch. So give us this part of time that it's already done. Give us time to tasks that are not so common to promote in the project.
Okay. So thanks, David. I don't know if you want to add something, Adam, to this.
Yeah, of course, efficiency, that was also the one that was on the top of my mind. I think also efficiency in a way, at least for Vopak, that, yeah, imagine that we have like 15 development teams that are all designing their own date picker for their application. So yeah, it's also like from a cost perspective, it's of course very helpful if you have that one component, which is the date time picker that all the different teams can actually use. So not only the like what it looks like CSS wise, but also just the logic behind it, that you have some consistency about what it should do, and also that they all have the same consistency, the same usage, so to say. So
Okay. Yeah.
Communicate between the teams. Design systems is a way to communicate the different from different teams, different business.
For sure. And yeah, with that question covered by the three of you, I think this is it for today's show. So yeah, for the ones at home that stood by till the end in this almost more than an hour in talking about design system, I thank you all, and I really I wish you all got all the insights that our three speakers brought to you today. And yeah, with that said, if you have any type of question watching this on demand, please drop it on the comments section of this video. We will answer them as soon as we see it. And yeah, thanks, Fatima. Thanks, David. And thanks, Adam, for your presentation. And yeah, see you all on the next episode of Next Frame. It will be sooner than you think. So stay tuned for that. Follow us on our social media, on our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for what's coming up on the design system world with the Next Frame. And yeah, see you on the next one. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
bye.